What if the food you've been feeding your dog their entire life has been slowly working against them? Millions of dog owners are making the switch to raw food right now. Some see incredible results, others make mistakes that hurt their dogs. The difference is knowing what actually happens inside your dog's body when the food changes. This video covers what the science actually says, not the hype, not the fear, the biology. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what happens in the first week, the first month, and what to watch for so you know it's working. And stay until the end, because the mistake most owners make in week 2 is the one that sends them back to kibble. You don't have to make it. Welcome to the Dog Code.
Hey, if this already feels important, stay with us. Just subscribe. For me.
First, why are so many owners making this switch? And is the science actually behind it? Dogs evolved over 15,000 years eating raw meat, bone, and organ. Commercial kibble has existed for less than 100 years. That's a very short time for biology to adapt. A study published in PLOS ONE found that dogs fed raw diets showed significant differences in gut microbiome diversity compared to kibble-fed dogs, with raw-fed dogs showing microbial profiles closer to their wild ancestors. This matters because the gut microbiome affects everything: immunity, inflammation, coat quality, digestion, even mood. But switching incorrectly or switching too fast can throw that entire system into temporary chaos. And that's where most owners panic and give up. So before you start, understand the timeline, because what happens in week 1 is supposed to look alarming, and knowing that changes everything. Week 1. This is what actually happens inside your dog's body when you switch to raw. The digestive system is the first to respond. Kibble is heavily processed and requires specific gut bacteria to digest. When you remove it, those bacteria populations begin to shift. This means loose stools in week 1 are completely normal. Not a sign something is wrong, a sign the system is recalibrating. You may also see increased thirst. Raw food contains naturally high moisture, around 70% compared to kibble's 10%. The kidneys are adjusting to a new hydration reality. The coat won't change yet. The energy may fluctuate. Some dogs seem more alert immediately. Others seem temporarily lethargic as the body redirects energy to digestion. The critical mistake of week 1: switching too fast. Go slow. Start with one protein source only. Chicken is easiest for most dogs to digest. One protein for the entire first week. Resist the urge to add variety. The gut needs to establish its new baseline first.
If this is helping you, a like takes 1 second. It means everything to us.
Week 2 and 3. This is where most owners make the mistake that sends them back to kibble. Around day 10 to 14, many dogs go through what's called a detox period. The body begins releasing stored toxins from years of processed food. This can look like skin flaking, eye discharge, or temporary bad breath. Most owners see these symptoms and panic. They switch back, and they never know that they were 2 weeks away from seeing the transformation. Now you know, these symptoms are not failure. They are the body doing exactly what it's supposed to do. By week 3, the gut begins to stabilize. Stools become firmer and smaller. This is actually one of the most noticeable early signs it's working. Raw food is more bioavailable, meaning less waste. Week 3 is also when you can begin adding a second protein source. Rotate slowly, introduce 1 new protein per week maximum. By the end of week 4, most dogs who have transitioned correctly show the first visible signs. The coat begins to change.
We have so much more to share. Subscribe so you never miss what comes next.
Month 2 and beyond. This is when the real transformation becomes undeniable. The coat transformation is the most visible. Raw food provides the fatty acids, amino acids, and moisture that commercial food cannot replicate at the same bioavailability. A study in the Journal of Animal Physiology found that dogs fed raw diets showed significantly better coat condition scores compared to kibble-fed dogs after 8 weeks. Dental health improved significantly. Raw meaty bones act as a natural toothbrush. Tartar that took years to build begins to break down within weeks. Weight management becomes more natural. Dogs eating raw tend to self-regulate better because real food triggers real satiety signals. The immune system strengthens. A healthier gut microbiome means a more responsive immune system. Less chronic inflammation, fewer allergies, better recovery, and the energy shift, not hyperactivity. A stable, sustained energy that comes from food that actually fuels rather than spikes and crashes. Now the safety considerations, because raw feeding done incorrectly carries real risks. This part matters. Bacterial contamination is the primary risk. Raw meat can carry Salmonella and E. coli. For your dog, their digestive system handles this far better than ours, but for you, hygiene is non-negotiable. Always wash your hands. Clean all surfaces. Freeze raw meat for 72 hours before serving to reduce parasite risk. Never feed raw to immunocompromised dogs or households with young children without consulting a vet. Nutritional balance is the second major risk. Raw feeding done wrong creates deficiencies. The 80-10-10 rule is a starting framework. 80% muscle meat, 10% bone, 10% organ. Add variety over time. Different proteins provide different nutrient profiles. A dog eating only chicken long-term will develop deficiencies. And consult a veterinary nutritionist if you're unsure. Raw feeding is not a one-size-fits-all approach. A senior dog, a puppy, and a working dog all have different needs.
If this is helping you make a better decision for your dog, a like means the world. Thank you.
Is raw feeding right for every dog? No. Some dogs do brilliantly on high-quality kibble. Some dogs have health conditions that make raw inappropriate. The goal is never ideology, and it's optimal health for your specific dog. But if you've been curious about raw, now you understand what actually happens. Week 1, Week 2, Month 1. And what to watch for so you know it's working. The signs it's working: firmer, smaller stools, improved coat by week 4, better breath, stable energy, and a dog who seems more satisfied after meals.
Are you currently feeding raw? Or thinking about making the switch? Tell me in the comments. What's the biggest question you still have?
And if you found this helpful, share it with someone whose dog might benefit from it. The more owners who understand this, the healthier our dogs will be. See you in the next one.